United States of America. In fact, I can't wait for the first Latino woman to be president. She stepped up and say English only, huh? No mas. Sister, get up in there. Because they already running stuff. Women are already running the world. Might as well run the little office like the presidency. So Barack kept on going. Black folk kept on joining. Latino folk kept on joining. Asian folk kept on joining. Gay folk kept on joining. Straight folk kept on joining. People from around the world began to acclaim. They said, George Bush is not the paradigmatic expression of presidential prudence. They said we can do better than that. Now we love George Bush, but he wasn't gifted and skilled with the language, nor necessarily the cogitative process that undergirded the language. That's all right. Now with this brother, brains are back. And that's a good thing for everybody. He ain't a black president. He's a black president. Right? We understand that. Folk act like black folk didn't get that. Now some black folk did think when he got elected, they get out of jail free the next day. There's some black folk who thought they wouldn't have to pay no more taxes. Now get Wesley sniped up in this piece. My dog, pay your taxes, or you will go to jail. Your mama will see you on TV and go, see ya. So we know that, but see, a black president can't stop blackness. That's why the only job we need is not politicians, we need prophets. Jesse Jackson ain't no lost no job since Barack Obama became president. It's two different things. Al Sharpton will continue to speak, and he may have to prophesy to Pharaoh, except Pharaoh is a brother. What happens when Pharaoh is us? Pharaoh let your people go. That's all right. I know y'all got a little quiet on that. Y'all said, let your brother get in first. I hear you, but don't get it twisted. Your responsibility is to hold him high. Hold him in esteem. Hold him in prayer. And hold him accountable. I dare somebody challenge me. I was out there when none of y'all knew his name. So don't step to me now that I say, once he is enshrined, and once he becomes an official office holder, he is to be held accountable as he desires to be. I've been knowing the brother since '91. He don't want no easy way out. He don't want no exception or no asterisk. He wants you to treat him like anybody else. And we treat any other president with respect and dignity and demand that they be accountable to the people who put them in office. Dr. King would have been challenged, and I'm sure he would have met that challenge to get rid of and lose hold of the sexism that squeezed the civil rights movement and that squeezes so many of our communities today. The patriarchy that is still around. The misogyny that is still real, not just in hip-hop, but across the world. The femophobia. Just scared when a real woman shows up. Just get nervous. Real men ain't afraid of real women. Dr. King would have changed. He would have transformed his own thinking. He did it on so many other areas. I don't ever doubt that he would have done it in this area as well. He would have challenged his own former beliefs and said they were wrong. When he stood up against the war in Vietnam, he said a year ago, you would have never found my name on a profile in Courage because I wasn't courageous. But now I speak out against the war in Vietnam. He was self-critical. We got to admit now, we got a lot of work to do to clean this thing up for women. hurts men too. Patriarchy cripples men too. We fail to get the best out of our, or allow the best to flourish in our women, or to appreciate the best. We begin to hamper and harm our own communities as well. Because of patriarchal stances, we have this unmitigated machismo that makes us engage in all forms of erratic behavior, trying to prove our masculinity, whereas if we relieved ourselves of the false assumptions of manhood, we could share the burden with the women in our lives. Women continue to make 75% of what men make doing the same job. Women continue to be dogged by people high and low, whether in popular culture and music, whether Don Imus or Snoop Dogg, as well as at the level of institutional authority in America. Patriarchy is deeply inscribed into the very institutional framework of our schools and our colleges and our churches. Most of the people in these minority churches happen to be women. They can cook, clean, and sew, and do everything else, but run the church. They numerically dominate and support. We're practicing ecclesiastical apartheid. God had already said God would outsource the word if you didn't speak up. And the rocks will cry out. I will outsource my spirit unto those who will receive me. And so, my brothers and sisters, all I'm saying is that we got to learn to love the women in our lives. That's why I wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women. It's not that I just love black women, I love all the women in the world. But I saw sisters were being beat up on in a vicious fashion and put down by their own children. And you see, as I take my seat, that's why you got to appreciate the strength and the vitality and the intelligence of all of those women who worked with Martin Luther King Jr., whose names you will never know, who made it possible as an army of suffrage to enjoy the freedom today. And here with these young people as well, King, as I said earlier, love them. A lot of their music is powerful. Woke up, jumped out my bed. I'm in a two-man cell with my homie little half-dead. Murder was the case that they gave me. Dear God, I wonder, can you save me? Peggy! Y'all gonna see that movie tomorrow. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Every year up in the limousine, right? Somebody's mama, we used to fuss. When the landlord dissed us, no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays were the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we birthday. They also said back in the days our parents used to take care of us. Look at them now. They're even blanking scared of us. Calling the city for help because they can't maintain damn things done changed. If I wasn't in the rap game, I'd probably have a key knee deep in the crack game. Cause the streets is a shortstop. Either you're slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Damn, it's hard being young from the slums, eating 5-cent gums, not knowing where your meal's coming from. What happened to the summertime cookout? Every time I turn around, a brother's being took out. Oh, when you hear Tupac say, somebody wake me, I'm dreaming. I started as a seed, the semen, swimming upstream, planted in the womb while screaming. On the top was my pops, my mama hollering, stop! From a single drop. This is what they got. Wow. Not to disrespect my people, but my papa was a loser. Only plan he had for mama was the blanker and abuser. And even as a seed, I could see his plan for me, stranded on welfare. Another broken family. Sometimes we must listen beyond the bitterness and the blinding ignorance and the pain that is elevated and articulated and romanticized here. At the same time, we got to challenge, like we challenge the church. Don't just steamroll the CDs, step on the sermons too. So that's why I say we got to love women. See, back in my day, y'all got all these songs. I can't see them coming down my eyes. So I'll make the song right. I love you, chicken. But man, that's hard.